Good morning, everybody. Hey, I put these videos on here about every other day or so. I try to keep them about 10 minutes because I want you guys to be able to, grab yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, and watch a 10-minute video. Or maybe a little more, or maybe a little less. Whatever it is, I hope you enjoy it. This video is kind of backwards. We're going to show you the ending before we show you how we got there. Now, you don't have to watch the other parts of this video if you've already seen it, which they've been published before. But here you go. Well, good morning. Hey, it's an overcast day. What I'm doing today, what I did today, is I've got this little solar thing hooked up, and it's keeping the batteries charged in there. Well, I started thinking, why not hook up the whole system? This whole system is going to go over there and power that thing up, the spring. But I made this little thing, you've seen this earlier in a video, just a little 300 watt, nothing. I mean, I didn't pay much for none of this system. The rest of it is right there. And you can see it is at 12 volts. So we're gonna see how this works, see if it'll run that way. It was at 12.2 when I first hooked it up, but like I said, there's no sun. Now if that gets down too low, it ain't gonna work, because I don't want it to drain out the batteries out of here. Especially what we're gonna do is watch this, and because we got this hooked up to the Jeep, and we got a little what do you call it? Little charger on the battery, little trickle charger, just to keep the Jeep battery from going dead. It's just a good thing to do. I got them on both the lawnmower and the Harley in there, and that's being powered with the 110. Now this is being powered strictly off of the batteries there, which is being charged from here. So I'm gonna pause this. This is supposed to be 100 watt solar panel. But I'm going to pause this and see if I can pull up the gauges and see what kind of juice it's putting out with absolutely no sun in the sky. There's sun over there. Let me put this on pause and check that out. All right. It went away. Okay, we're putting in 14.4 volts right now, which is plenty to charge those batteries in there. So I think I'm gonna leave her on there. See, it dropped right down. That is meaning it has 12 volts in it. Well, the other battery may have been a little low, so it may have to charge it up. But this is a good way to test it before I put it over there. I'm gonna button it up right now, slide that under there so she don't get wet, because it is snowy. If I can get that under there and make sure it doesn't come unconnected. There we go. That should be far enough under. And we're still doing the 12.2, and we're still putting in 14.4. So we're okay. All right, so I'm going to button that up, and we'll see how that works. It's working right now, but it's going to be charging a lot more when we put in there. It'll be running a camera right there, another camera inside that stays on all the time. This here is watches the back of the RV and anything. And I don't know why that light's on. I need to go turn that off because I don't want it on. Don't need it. But it also runs that camera up there. Oh my gosh! Somebody's looking at me out the window. Anyway, it does that camera. So I've got to watch where I'm walking because Hank seems to think this is his restroom. But anyway, we're going to try that out. I think it's going to work fine. It seems to be working now. I'll come back out and check it a little bit later, then tuck everything up in there if I can. So that's it for now. Well, as the intro said, this is a review. Now, I purchased this like I do everything, or you guys help me purchase it, one of the two. This is going to be, I don't know when this video comes out, but this is going to be a spring project. I bought this little 100 300 watt, I think it is. Supposed to be 300. Let's see. Yep, 300 watt inverter. I hadn't opened it yet. Because in 300, you don't do much with 300, that's for sure. What I'm going to do with it, we're going to test it out and see what it will run. But I'm thinking I'm going to run this, plus that solar system you've seen in earlier videos. All that's going to go into my little shed. And then I'm going to run my shed on solar power with some old batteries I'm going to have, because I'm replacing batteries. And the others, nothing wrong with them. I'm just going to replace them because they're old. But we're going to give this, what this will do, let's see if you hopefully can see it. This is going to power let me show you. Let me draw it out. Oh, I got it drawn out over here, kind of. Because I've been working on other stuff here too. I'm working on lots of stuff. What we're going to do is, see that thing right there, it's going to go right here, an inverter. Now, you got your solar panel. She's going to come in, out in the sun. That's going to come in, it's going to hook up to the control module. Then it's going to go down here to the battery, charge up the battery. That charges it up. Now this the inverter is going to hook up to the battery. Kinda. I'll show you that in another video. But it's going to go down to here, and it's going to run two 5-watt cameras and some LED lights, which aren't on. None of the lights, none of them are on all the time. I got one light bulb on at night, which is also LED. I have one. The other lights only come on when I go in the door. And then, so I ain't pulling much wattage out of there. So 1 or 2 batteries, depending on what I got, I'll put them together, whatever I got. That's what I'm going to use. And that's how it's going to work. This is going to go up, and then my lights will plug in to there. All the power for that, because like I said, I don't use much. So the power is going to come off that 300 watt deal. And that should run a camera and a few other things. But we're going to check it out right now. Plug it into, let's plug it into the Dodge. It's got a big, nice battery. So hang in here. We'll plug that in. Well, I got the hood open on the Dodge, and I decided to come over here. Might as well put this together and show you. Pretty simple. You just unscrew these things, lay these on here like that. Did I show you? Put that like that, and then we screw these back on, and you got your negative and your positive hooked up. Now what I see here though, okay. Now you can hook it up with alligator clips, which is what I'll be using, or you can hook it up with, just stick it into your old cigarette lighter. So that's hooked up. Now then, I'm going to take it over there and we'll hook that up to the battery and find something we can test with. Well, got it hooked up. Pretty simple, positive to positive, negative to negative. That ain't hooked up yet. I got the camera plugged in. That's just a little Casa camera right there. We're gonna fire it to hook this on. Is it off? Yep, it's off. It's got an off and on switch. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Looks like it takes juice even when it's off. Got a little button there to let you know that you can use the whoops, get my finger out of the way. You can use the green button, means the USB has got power. You got the C connection and a USB connection on the back, plus the power button right there. Now we're going to turn the power on. Got a little fan that came on. Little button came on. That means we got power, no fault. Little fan back there just to turn on. And let's see about the camera. Are you on? Oh, it's trying to connect, but it is on. It's got to connect to the Wi-Fi. But I got this cord ran over here up to that LED light. That's about what I got in there. Now then, let's plug that in and see what happens there. Let's try that. Yep, she's running the light. Huh. Okay. she's doing what she's supposed to do. Running cool. She probably should be. It's probably solid state, so there ain't nothing in there to heat up, really. It just kind of heats. It's going to run it through there, pull it through there, but it's running the camera. Camera's probably filming me now. If it is, I'll see if I can download that little bit of action for this. Also, see how well the camera works. I'll put that right here. Well, you seen what it did. I think it's going to work great for no more than I'm running. I mean, that light looks as bright as that one. That's plugged into the inverter. That one is plugged into the 110. Looks good. And like I said, I'm going to be running. I got 2 cameras hooked up to it. And I have about 6 of those lights. But they're little LED lights. They don't take much wattage. So I think we'll be okay. So once I get it all hooked up, I'll show you. Because it's going to mount over here. Like I drew a picture for you. It's going to mount up here. What I'm doing now is to see where I want. You see me paint the board and get it ready. This is the controller is going to mount here. Let me show you where that's going to mount. Took me a little longer than I thought. Well, really, it didn't take that long to build this box. Okay, here's how it's going to work. You got these are going to hook onto the battery. Like I show you right there, I had to get a lot of tools out. Okay, that comes down there, then these are going to go down to the battery. And I started thinking, why run 2 legs down to the battery? So what we did is we tied it in here and there. Now we're going to tie in the controller, which will sit here, and its legs will come out and join into here. And then we just got these 2 going down to the battery, clip them on the battery. And then up here, we're going to have the places to plug in lights and everything we need to inside the shed. But this is going to work. I have lots of these things, so that's what I'm using. I was just going to use some hoops here, but I didn't have any of the right size. And them worked fine. And I can change them out if I want to when I got to go to town and get some if I do. But that's how that's going to work. Solar power will come in, comes down and around, probably come down through here and into here for solar power. Then the hot legs, I believe, come off this side, and they'll come down here to feed the battery. Now that'll go down and feed the battery at the same time. These are hooked up so it'll also pull battery juice off of it. But that's how that'll go. Then this will just mount right up on the wall. Don't know if it'll mount that way, upside down. I don't know which way it's going to be going. Don't know where we're going to put the battery yet. But anyway, that's how that's going to work. Solar, and this is what we got. What I decided to do is order this. This came off from Walmart. I'll give you a link to it. It was on sale. I think I paid $59 for this 100-watt solar panel. Now I've mounted it at the right, pretty much the right angle for the sun this time of year. What it's sitting on here is where I keep my strawberry plants. I'm going to see if that works. They said after it freezes, you want to cover them up. Well, I covered them up. So that's what's underneath there. I thought, well, that'll be cool. So what I've done is I just mounted some boards there, one back here. I did screw this one down up here, so that's solid. Took an old piece of wood there, made a tripod more or less. That's all I did. But I'm going to put a link on it to here. It came in the box from Walmart. Let's see what. Whoa, hang on there. Whoa, whoa, things are flying. Okay, that's what it is. Now, I got this because I seen this on another guy's website, and maybe I'll put a link to it there. He used it, and he used it with a little not a battery. What do you call them things that save the you can charge up? One of those things. He used it with one of those, And for $250, he made a setup that could run his refrigerator and such. So I took his advice and I bought this thing. So far, well, looks like good quality. But what I've done is I also went on the old Amazon place and woo, look at that. My pop froze on me last night. I'm having a soda. You guys can have whatever you want. But what we did is I bought this controller off of Amazon. Put a link on here for you. It's a $10 solar charge controller. Seems to be working. I tested it all out. It is putting in, what's it putting in now? 14 volts, something like that? Yeah, it's putting in 14 volts right now, which is the same as that expensive one I got from Renogy. Now I've just got it hooked up to my house batteries here. I'm going to leave that on there and just let it charge over the winter. Kind of like a trickle charger, only I'm using the sun, you know. But what we're going to do, why I decided to do this, instead of just plugging it in, is because when spring comes, we start using this thing again, I'm going to move this solar system over there. And that whole shed is going to be powered off solar. Then I can unplug that plug in there. Then I got juice for on the slab when I do that. That's going to be coming up later. Anyway, for 10 bucks, you can, it's working. It isn't as easy as Renogy. I got to admit, theirs is probably a lot better. But all it's got to do is take sunlight, turn it into juice, and put it in there. And that's what it's doing. I got 12.5 in my battery right now. See, I can come out here and unhook it if I wanted to. Also, you can run a light on that. That's kind of cool. You can hook a light bulb up on here if you want to. See, there's the light. You got 2 outlets and then you hook up a light. I don't need the light. So it's pretty cool. It's got your inlet for your solar panel, which I showed you what that's doing. It's got, then you go out of there to your battery. You're red and black. Everything's red and black. That only came with a little bitty cord over there, 3 foot maybe. It wasn't long enough. I ordered a 5 foot, not thinking. Yeah, anyway, it wasn't long enough. But I had another one. So, got it for where I needed to go. I only need the 5 foot for that when I do that, because it'll just go right in the wall, go right down, and the battery bank and everything will sit right behind that solar heater thing. So that's all. Anyway, I'm going to throw this one on here for you guys. Hope you had your coffee. If you're looking for something cheap, it's working. I mean, we got these portable ones, few of us guys do. They work great. Like if you need a battery charged on your car and it's dead, just pull it out and charge it. But I'm just going to leave that sitting right there. It ain't going nowhere. Yeah. What do I got in it? Let's see, $80? And it's working? Huh. Works for me. Hey guys. Do what this guy's going to tell you right now. Hope you enjoyed that video right there. Maybe gave you a little information on how to build something kind of inexpensive. Hey, like I said at the beginning of this video, I am collecting license plates for that project. Right there you can see the little trailer. We're going to use a lot of license plates on that. So if you have some hanging around and you'd like to get rid of them, let me know and I'll send you a address and you can send them to me. But subscribe to my channel here, guys. It's free. And if you want to join Patreon, it's only $3 a month. And there are tons of videos on there that are not on YouTube. So y'all have a good day, and thanks for you that have subscribed.